Greetings, denizens of the tri-state area. Jacob Weil here.
And Blue Dragon 5.
And Dragon, I know what we're going to do today. That's right, with the revival of my favorite cartoon, Phineas and Ferb, officially upon us, Dragon and I are once again firing up the Recap-inator and discovering the series anew, and hopefully making new summer memories along the way. Today's episodes are No Slumber Party and The Ballad of Bubba Doof. So, again, as of the recording of this episode, this is the most up-to-date the Disney Plus. So, Disney Plus doesn't have any more episodes after this, and they've only aired on Disney Channel 3 more episodes. So that's. So what do you think? What do you make of that?
What do you mean? What do I make of that?
No, I'm just saying, like, we're basically all caught up.
Yeah.
It took it took about two and a half years, but we're finally all caught up.
Oh yeah.
Wait. Think how far the show has come in that time frame. It's kind of interesting, kind of amazing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what'd you think of No Slumber Party?
I mean, it was all right.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of liked it. I mean,
I had its look. I think it had some good. I think between the two, it had better jokes. But honestly, I think overall, I think this was kind of a lackluster. Now, mind you, it's not truly a mid-season finale because the episodes are still coming out. But in terms of like where to break it up for our purposes, I really wish we ended up, having Chronicles of Meet Me in Seattle be episode 10.
Yep, I can kind of see where you're coming from on that.
Yeah, I mean, this it just felt like. Plus, this isn't really. I don't think these were the strongest episodes. I think this is better than the next one we're going to talk about. But it was just all right. It was. There was not a lot of substance to these two. Where I think the other 9 had more substance.
So you're saying that so far this is potentially the weakest of the season?
Oh, without question, yeah.
All right.
I was like, we were really on a roll, and then we just kind of hit this is just it's good, not great,
But it's not like a grinding halt kind.
Yeah, it's not a grinding halt, but it's like there's definitely a kind of a drop in quality comparatively to the 9 that we got previously.
I mean, I will attest that at least the overall concepts are cool.
Yeah, this concept was cool. The other one, well, we'll get to.
All right. I mean, who wouldn't love a Slumber Dome?
Yeah, Slumber Dome's awesome.
I mean, I don't think it even had an official. I think it did have an official name.
It's called the official name's Ferb Vision.
Yeah, like the Ferb Vision, but Slumber Dome sounds cooler.
It does.
I mean, it is nice of Phineas to name it after Ferb, but Slumber Dome sounds a lot more epic.
Yep.
So let's get into it.
Yep.
And funnily enough, both these episodes kind of center around Baljeet in a way.
Yeah.
But not season 1 Baljeet, I'm sure you're glad of that.
Yes.
If Baljeet was still the same as he was in season 1, you would have liked these episodes even less.
Agreed.
Alright, so they're having a slumber party. And so is Candace and Stacy and Vanessa.
Oh yeah, I love the sleepwear on Vanessa.
How does the Mary MacGuffin on it?
Yeah, it was great.
Yep. It was a pretty nice attention to detail there.
Mm-hmm. I think one of the funniest jokes in the episode was the reason Vanessa's at the slumber party.
Because Doofenshmirtz is playing jingle bells with his cabinets.
Now, I love this because it's like I think it was like the most relatable joke. And like at some point, all of us have at least tried something like we do tried the musical tune with like an object, and really only we hear it.
I still do that.
Yep, exactly. So it's a very relatable, really funny joke, especially something that a father would do.
And funnily enough, I always do it with jingle bells too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always like tapping on my desk. I'm like, jingle bell.
Exactly.
It's like so. So I apologize to my future daughter for that.
Yep.
I mean, she's far from existing right now, but
I mean, yeah, you still have your wife still has to leave you because of the puppetry.
well, Dragon, I don't even currently have a wife or a girlfriend for that matter.
Well, yeah, it's because you have that puppet.
I'm sure there are other reasons too, but
Well, yeah, I mean, we've seen we've seen the image.
you mean this one?
Yep, it's Jake. Yep, that sums up everything you need to know about Jacob, kids. Right there, just one image. Like Dan and Swampy, like they knew the viewership. They knew, okay, if we had a #1 fan, this is what it would be.
Yep, that's me.
Right there.
It's like looking into a mirror.
Exactly. Like a mirror, but 2D. A two-dimensional mirror.
That'd actually be a pretty cool concept.
Yep.
A two-dimensional mirror actually does sound pretty cool.
Yep.
But yeah. It's like, so Vanessa, that's why Vanessa decided to come to Candace's slumber party.
Meanwhile, Baljeet's having his first sleepover. He wants to stay up past 9:30. Movies, pillow fight, ice cream sundae bar, and some s'mores. Baljeet. They're called s'mores Baljeet.
Yeah, right, of course.
Yep, delicious hot schmoes.
They're called s'mores, Dragon.
Right.
Has anyone seen Dragon's hat? But remember, he does have a fear of contractions.
Yes.
So maybe that's why he calls them s'mores.
Yeah.
Even if it is stupid.
Agreed.
Meanwhile, Linda is tired, saying there's snacks in the sink and dishes in the fridge.
If she's starting to get drowsed out from the chamomile tea.
Yep, apparently it knocks her out.
Yep. All right. So, meanwhile, we have the series finale
Of acquaintances.
Acquaintances. They're just making small talk.
They think they're kind of close, but they're not.
So, of course, wonderful Friends parody when the fountain and everything is great.
Yep. Did you ever really watch Friends?
Mm-hmm.
Did you actually like Friends?
I liked Friends, but I have a feeling especially the early seasons, they don't really quite hold up as well in the rewatch. But they're still very, it's watchable and charming. But their highs and lows like any. Again, the thing went on for like 10 years, so
Fair enough.
So they're gonna be highs and lows. Of course, I think Joey was the Matt LeBlanc as Joey was probably the best part.
Yep. My sister really liked Friends. I never really got into it.
What always bothered me with Friends is like later on. So Ross and Rachel, David Schwimmer and Jennifer Aniston's character, they at some point they had a kid together, and we get to like that last season. The big thing of Friends is like the last episode's a big question of like, did she get on the plane? Like, did she leave? Did she leave him? They completely forget about that kid. They completely forget that they had a kid. They don't even mention it. Like at a certain point, like there's like one season or two where okay, so Rachel's pregnant, and then there's a kid, and they pretty much like the kid drops off the face of the earth. They never really talk about it.
Oh, wow.
And it's really apparent in that last episode. Like, well, really, is there going to be any discussion about her? Like, does anyone raise this child? Like, what's going on here?
That is kind of interesting.
One of my favorite things no one ever talks about Friends, and Paul Rudd always kind of mocks, is that he was on Friends, and I really like the era of like Paul Rudd being married and like dating and eventually married to Phoebe. I like that. I love how he's interested. Paul Rudd was just, I think he was like a good version of Cousin Oliver. It was like, okay, we need something to add to the cast. And it's like, hey, it's
Paul Rudd.
It's the ever likable Paul Rudd. And the way he was introduced was perfect. It was this whole thing where Joey's setting up a double date so Phoebe would bring him a girl, and so we needed, like, on the fly, he needed to find someone for Phoebe. And it's like he kind of came up with this name. And he said, "Oh yeah, it's him. It's I forget if I think his name actually was Mike, but I think basically he's looking for a." It was this hilarious thing where Joey was in, like, the cafe, the coffee house, and he just said Mike and says yes, and that's how he found him. Basically, so he just said Mike. He found the nearest Mike possible, and he basically, like, kind of talked him into going on the date, and then they actually fell for each other, and it was really sweet.
Oh, that's actually kind of nice.
I'd have to say, like, Paul Rose. To me, he was irresistibly charming in the show. I thought he was fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah. And he joked on the finale because he was just there, but he wasn't like the guy who was there for all 10 seasons. He was very aware of this, so he kind of poked fun at himself. And everyone's like having the tearful, like, goodbyes and reunions and everything. He's saying, "Oh man, it's been such a ride." Just he's making light like he's been there for 10 years. Saying, "Oh, I'm gonna miss you guys. It's been such a long ride. I'm so glad you're all there with me."
Yep, that is funny though.
God bless Paul Rudd.
Yeah, God bless him. Him and Aunt Man.
Yep.
Not Ant Man, Aunt Man.
Yep. Speaking of which, Rosemary Harris. They're 98 today.
Oh, nice.
We gotta celebrate life, kids.
The original Aunt May. Well, not original Aunt May, but the iconic Aunt May.
Original live action Aunt May.
Yep. Yep. So I didn't even know she was still alive.
Yes, Jacob, she's still alive. Let's not jinx it, but yes.
Well, so is Dick Van Dyke. I mean,
yeah.
So good for them. I
swear to God, if I have stuff to put on memoirs because of you questioning this.
I'm not questioning it. I'm not questioning it. I'm saying it's a good thing.
No, I'm just saying I'm worried now that I think we might be lingering on it too much.
Yeah, so let's just move on. It's like so. Do it. Monogram and Carl send Perry to do a stakeout on Doof, but Doof's already there because he heard them talking.
Major Monogram's stealth skills suck. He just does terrible at stealth. And it's like Doof and Short suggest a stake in. Now, this is my favorite element of the episode. The idea of, like, a stake in, like, oh, come on, well, basically invites him to a makeshift slumber party.
Because his scheme also involves acquaintances. Acquaintances. They mostly just make small talk. I love how just intentionally awkward it is.
Oh yeah. So Doof, I'll admit, the Doof Insurance plot, as usual, was pretty good here. So so basically he's jealous of somebody who lives in the building. Tyler the spoiler.
Yep. We all know a Tyler the spoiler.
Yep. So basically, he's now the most evil guy in the building because he keeps spoiling all the TV shows and movies that people are haven't watched yet.
They're like, it's my name on the building.
I really do. Okay, I still this kind of thing that doesn't make me question how the whole building works. Does Doofenshmirtz own the building and he's, like, leasing apartments to people, or is he, like, on the floor of the building? How does it work?
So as I've pointed out before, I think it's generally inconsistent to whatever works for the episode's plot.
Yeah.
I don't think they've ever, like, really settled, because there's sometimes people in the building, sometimes he's the only person in the building.
Yep.
So I was like,
I really thought it was just the only one in the building. That's what I really thought.
But as I said, sometimes the episodes show people in the building, like he's leasing others, or sometimes, like, he's leasing it from someone else.
Sometimes there's a murder in the building, and Vanessa, and another, I guess Norm, the three of them, they try and solve it, but it takes a couple of, I'm thinking of only murders in the building.
And they do it for their true crime podcast.
Yep.
And I think there's a new season of that coming out soon.
It's out already.
Oh, nice. Tells you how up to date I am on that show.
Yep, you're missing out, Jacob. It's really good.
What season is it now? Like season 7?
5.
5. Man, I really am way off.
Yeah.
Like I said, I haven't seen any of it, but I hear it's actually really
Oh,
good.
that's really good, and they haven't lost a step in terms of quality. Yeah.
And I have seen the clip of I think it was Steve Martin like deserted like for the stage for like singing the song about who did the murder.
Yep. This
I
is
remember.
hilarious. Again, there's this hilarious scene where in preparation, I don't know if you saw like him rehearsing. Was it him rehearsing or is him actually doing the song?
I think it was him on stage, and he was like
Yep.
pointing to somebody in the audience or something.
Right. Okay. So that was the actual like successful porn. So the lead up to that was really funny because there's this gag where he kind of has it's kind of like a kind of a stage anxiety of sorts. So basically, he goes to like the white space. So he will like start. He can't get like it's a very difficult song. So he basically starts it. He goes into like this white space, and the way we demonstrate the stress that he's under, it's Steve Martin like in this completely white room, like painting it white or something, and it's like almost like a fa la la kind of like he's just like in a happy place of sorts, and then we cut back from it, and we see like everyone in horror and like is like utter bedlam has happened, like he's gone into some like psychotic rage, or just chaos has happened since he's gone there, and that like Martin Short's like looks horrified, and we have like this guy really composed, just like walking up very emotionally, just it's like, oh, he's like in tears practices, like, yo, he's a Christian. He's there as Catholic. Well, he's a religious man. You said basically, yeah, he like unleashed like an unholy torrent of profanity or whatnot. And again, he's completely unaware. Like he's like holding like, oh, it's hilarious.
I really need to start watching only murders.
Yeah, here's the thing. Everyone's gonna jump to how great Martin Short is, and I really love what Steve Martin did in that show. It's really because he said that's essentially this might be like the last thing that he does, only murders. So if so, it's given him a lot of range. It's comedy. I love the drama that he plays. Like he's a very lonely guy in that show. And I love how they kind of showcase that.
All right.
Anyway, so point being, Doofenshmirtz is going to outspoiler the spoiler guy to be the most evil guy in the building with this giant megaphone.
Basically, his plan is to spoil the ending to the entire tri-state area.
Yes, of acquaintances. The 2-hour finale.
Because he's able to get it early by using the Druselsinian VPN.
Yep, of course, though, he has trouble staying awake through movies, and he just finished a turkey dinner. Of course, the old adage being a turkey full of tryptophan, which makes you fall asleep. And Family Guy in the Stewie Kills Lois two-parter, which I forget if that was the 100th episode of Family Guy or not. But the point being, in that episode, Stewie has this really great song. It's called "I've Got a Little List," and one of the bits in the song is basically he's listing all the things that make you annoyed with people that you'd want to kill them. That's essentially what the song's all about. In a very proper kind of English, very very My Fair Lady kind of way. And there's basically this lyric about wanting to kill the guy who says it's the tryptophan. Like after Thanksgiving, there the guy who says it's true. They see Stewie then murder the guy.
Oh god.
Yep.
And hey, I just learned that Paul Rudd's in Only Murders as well.
Yes, he is season 3.
Oh, nice.
It's pretty good too.
I definitely want to check that out now.
Oh yeah.
So that's the idea of what Doof's up to spoil the entire tri-state area with the season finale of the 2-hour season finale of Acquaintances. But his goal to stay awake. How does he stay awake, Dragon?
The Recap-inator.
Yep.
Gives him a little zets every now and again when he drifts off.
But even then, it doesn't really seem to work too well, does it?
No.
Because even then, being drowsy, he still misses very important details.
Yeah, the whole thing is it's a very futile plan.
He's he falls asleep for like 5 seconds, like 5 seconds. Like, hey, wait, who's this guy? Have you ever been in a situation like that, Dragon, where you just like look away at something for like just a couple seconds, but then you completely miss what's going on?
I don't know, probably.
I mean, I've kind of been in that situation before too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So Anyway.
All right, so we have Ferb Vision. Ferb Vision is this big inflatable. Basically, it's a big inflatable 4DX theater in the backyard.
But apparently in 273K or something like that.
Yeah. So we have these moving
Moving like
cantilever seats.
yeah, cantilever seats, I think.
Cantilever seats that basically it's the 4D effect where it kind of moves with the screen and everything. And
I've never been in one of those theaters.
I've heard about 4DX sounds amazing, but I've never been. They're very sparse. That's why I haven't really been in one. Like they're only I think they're mostly in like California, but they're around. But
I
they're
mean,
very
I know there's like things like near them, probably like in my state, but they're like far away from where I am.
yeah.
Like, I mean, I obviously have like IMAX, Ultra Screen, Screen X, among other things. Like all of the different sound systems, like Dolby Atmos, things like that. But I really want to try one of those more immersive experiences like that. I mean, I've never even seen one before. What about you, Dragon?
I mean, not really. No, I mean I've done Dolby. That's about it.
Done what?
Dolby.
Oh yeah. And that's really all we've done. It's like, oh yeah, it's a nice sound system, but I want to live the movie, kind of like the vibrating seats, moving it around like that. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I mean I've done one of those one time. They have like this theater. There was like this theater once. It was like an educational movie of some kind they played. So it was like like a learning center in Inner Harbor.
Huh, nice.
All right, so. Okay, so also they have like this this giant like like the popcorn that kind of pops like throughout the movie.
Okay, it's like basically popping kettle corn, so they just pops directly into their mouths.
Yeah, movie goggles, everything.
I mean, like I said, that's the ultimate movie experience. I would love one of those for my backyard.
Yeah, I could do without the kettle corn, but yeah.
Well, what about just regular popcorn?
No, I don't want popcorn either.
Oh.
It's just me.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, when I go to a movie, I usually don't get popcorn either.
Yeah. So Candace has the charcuterie board. Basically like the cheese, grape, like the cheese fruit platter sampler thing.
Yep. And everyone loves a good charcuterie board.
Yep.
But they're gonna be like playing like Truth or Dare, things like that.
Watching a movie on Candace's laptop. Yeah, and then we have like the little sleepover song about there ain't no sleeping at a slumber party.
Which is nice. Which is a nice bop.
Yeah. So they're basically Buford is eager to pull a Jigglypuff on Baljeet. Waiting for him to fall asleep and drawing all over his face.
Jigglypuff. But instead of drawing on him, he actually goes to get makeup from Candace.
And that puts him in the crosshairs of the Truth or Dare game, which he's down for, but he's pretty ballsy about Buford, so he's it's kind of hard to find a dare that's going to get him. So, I love how evil Vanessa gets to be here.
It's like, well, she's taken after her dad.
I know, I love it. It feels like it, where she basically makes him look like Queen Victoria.
It's like, well, first though, she says like, I dare you to dunk your head in the toilet. That's how I style my hair. Take a bite of Perry's food. Really did on the way in. And then, yeah, he does end up looking like Queen Victoria.
Yep. Of course, amidst this, Lawrence, he sleepwalks and he mistakes Buford for the actual Queen Victoria, and he makes her tea and everything.
Yep, tea. That was also one of the thumbnail options.
Yeah.
Are you glad I didn't go with that one?
I mean, it would have been interesting, but it would have been really kind of random.
Yeah, I know, but we've done random before on this episode, on this stream.
Yeah.
I mean, remember, I did for the aquarium episode. I literally went with the bratwurst. Doofenshmirtz quality bratwurst.
Yeah.
So what happens next, Turn Dragon?
Well, let's see. So Perry and Doof, they have this drowsy fight.
Well, Perry's not the drowsy one, but Doof keeps like Doof basically keeps falling asleep, and the Inator keeps waking him up.
Yep, and then the Inator keeps firing all around. It keeps missing Linda.
As Candace tries to wake her up.
It ends up basically kind of like piggybacking her,
like tying her to a robe
and
hauling her down the stairs.
Oh yeah. So Barry ends up putting them down with chamomile tea.
Yep.
And ends up the birds get woken up and they eat all the popcorn.
And they pop Ferb vision.
Yep. So Linda finally wakes up. She's thinking like some internet prank.
Yep. And she gets mad. She wonders why Lawrence is having tea with Buford.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, Baljeet never got to stay up past 9:30.
No, he didn't.
Which is the entire reason why he came over in the first place.
We have the jingle gag at the end.
Tyler is Evil Incorporated.
Yep.
No, we're not changing the jingle. And that does it for No Slumber Party. Next up, we have The Ballad of Bubba Doof. So, Dragon, you seem to have strong opinions of this one.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I do.
All right, why don't you lay it on me then?
Well. Yeah, I think this one's like the first dud of season 5 specifically. It's just there's really not a lot to it. That really bothers me, the whole forced perspective thing. It doesn't make a lick of sense.
Which, of course, they point out.
I know they point it out. That doesn't make it better.
I know.
And Bubba Doof, it's very one note. I mean, it has, I don't know, it's kind of it feeds one of our running gags for sure, which we'll get to, one of our running segments, which we'll get to. But aside from that, it really just feels like, why Bubba Doof?
It does kind of feed into like a stereotypes that this show usually avoids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Usually this show is pretty good at avoiding stereotypes. In a lot of cases, but in this one they kind of like really be like, "Oh, hey, get it? He's like a southern guy. He's like a southern hillbilly."
Yep. It felt very much like Poffenmeyer pulling from Cousin Arnie from Hey Arnold.
Did Dan actually work on that episode?
I mean, I don't know. I don't think he did.
I don't think.
You remember the story behind Cousin Arnie, right?
Yeah, it's basically what happened was, I understand they kept getting like bad animation from the studios, but they kept getting inspired. They were inspired to create an episode based off the design.
Yeah.
Is that basically it?
That's the thing. Basically, it's kind of like a nod at like off-model Arnold. He's basically turned into a character.
Yep.
Yep, and of course led to one of those horrifying episodes of Hey Arnold that wasn't technically a scary episode.
And was it Arnold Visits Arnie?
Yeah, that's the one.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty messed up. There's this one section where we do basically kind of this demented swap of this unholy mixing of Gerald and Sid.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it is nightmare worthy.
Gerald and Sid being
again. Remember, it's basically Arnold going to like a bizarro world of some kind, where everyone's topsy turvy and everything, and it's just oh boy, it is not right. The boy ain't right. It is like, for example, it's like, that's the best way to describe it. It's kind of like, what if Gerald had Sid's face?
Is it like Gerald with the awkwardly long nose?
Yeah, it's Gerald with like if memory serves, it's Gerald with like the awkwardly long nose, and like Sid with like Gerald's head shape. It just looks wrong in every sense of the word, man.
It really does look sick and wrong.
Yeah, it is. Oh god. And then there's like other things like we went doing a lot of stuff. Like for example, I think like I think.
Phoebe looks kind of awkward with the big ears.
Yeah, I think so. Phoebe basically is Stinky.
Oh God.
Stinky is Phoebe, and then the really weird one. So Rhonda and Harold are swapped.
Rhonda and Harold.
Yeah, that's a thing. So like Harold is like the very is very fastidious and fashion forward, where you have Rhonda being basically kind of a chocolate eating slob.
Oh God.
It's not right, man. It's just plain not right.
Is it a good episode though?
I mean, for what it is, that's the whole point. The whole point is it's unsettling, but because it's supposed to be.
Like, I really need to watch that episode now.
Like, Arnold likes this Helga, but it's not his Helga.
Yep. There's even like I'm looking at it right now. There's the image of her like with that goofy look on her face after he hugs her.
Yep.
Which I'm sure she was a fan of.
Oh yeah.
But was that the real Helga though?
Well, at the end, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of figured as much. And I really need to watch Hey Arnold. I mean, I've watched it. I need to watch more of it. That's what I mean.
Yes, you do.
Maybe on my upcoming vacation, I can dedicate some time to Hey Arnold.
Yep.
I have seen the Jungle movie though. I did see that when that came out.
Yeah, you cheated.
I was familiar enough with the story. I was familiar enough with it.
Yeah, but you didn't earn it though.
All right. I'll watch the series again, then watch the movie.
Like, did you even watch the journal before watching the movie?
Yes, I believe I did.
All right, good. Okay, at least you got that much.
I knew the story behind his parents.
Good.
And the movie finally confirmed that his last name is in fact Shortman.
Yeah.
After what, 20 years?
Yeah. Well, there was a little smudge on it.
Yep.
Right, so,
yeah.
Perry, uses his
abs.
Uses the power of abs to unlock the secret entrance.
You have to admit that was pretty funny, though.
It's a little random, but it's all right.
I mean, I got a kick out of that one.
Reminded me a little like Bugs Bunny with abs from Space Jam.
Like he got his because he flexed his abs to his theme song.
But that part was funny, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. I thought that I don't know. That's why I thought that was funny.
Anyways, he was tasked with saving Major Monogram and Carl, who are doing the very manly thing of fan boat piloting.
Yep, manly man's instincts.
So they end up getting stranded in the swamp. Carl has an allergy to bug bites. Big you go.
Dang it, Carl.
Dang it, Carl.
Exactly. Okay, so Carl Weezer allergic to everything.
Yeah, so he wouldn't be a good person to take on this.
Yep. Carl the robot.
Yeah, he's not allergic to anything because he's a robot.
Exactly.
Hey, he could probably turn into a fan boat for all we know.
Maybe. It's his decision, but
Carl Fredrickson, he's too old. Sure, he's old and has been on an adventure, but I don't think he'd be willing to go fan boating.
I don't know. I think he'd go for the adventure.
Yeah, probably, but he probably wouldn't do the piloting though. Or at least he'd bring Russell with him, and they'd be prepared.
There you go.
Yeah, I think that settles that. It's like so, but the thing is, Doofenshmirtz himself is at an almond brittle convention, so he's actually enjoying himself.
Yeah, that makes sense. He does love him some almond brittle.
Yep. But then they get stuck. The fan boat stops working. Then they get caught in the mud. Meanwhile, Baljeet has something against Western films. What do you make of all this?
About what?
Like Baljeet, did you agree with Baljeet on his perspective of Western films?
Well, no, Western films are awesome.
Exactly. I think so too.
Yeah.
Like he's never seen a good spaghetti Western movie. He needs to watch more Sergio Leone movies. Or even Unforgiven.
Well, yeah.
or even True Grit.
At a minimum, Back to the Future 3. At a minimum.
Well, he probably would like that one if he didn't pick apart the scientific inaccuracy behind time travel. But then again, he is in a series where he did advocate, he did help with time travel, so there is that.
Yep.
So who knows? But does Back to the Future 3 really count as a true Western?
I don't know, man. They really put in the effort. I really think it kind of does. I mean, in my heart of hearts, yes. Whether it actually counts, I mean, look, with the exception of like the first 5 minutes, I mean, the whole movie's in the Old West. I don't know. It feels pretty. The first 5 minutes made the last 5 minutes. Like 10 minutes being an exception. It's pretty.
I mean, that's fair, I guess. But it's like a sci-fi Western, kind of.
Well, yeah. There's also like Cowboys versus Aliens.
The Cowboy versus Aliens isn't really the best example.
I know it's not the best example, but I'm just saying in general, it's...
Cowboy versus Aliens could have worked.
Yeah, the point being, I don't know, I would attest to Back to the Future 3. I mean, they hit all the Western tropes. It's a loving homage to the West. I think it's an honorary Western.
Their name's Eastwood. Clint Eastwood.
What kind of stupid name is that? God.
Love it.
Oh, so funny.
It is, yeah.
Did you ever look at the Back to the Future Telltale game?
Actually, no.
Yeah, because they kept that tradition going where Marty uses like move pop culture names, and they went to the Prohibition times, and I think one of the names is like Michael Corleone. Yeah.
That's good.
Oh yeah.
Did anyone say what kind of stupid name that is?
Yeah, pretty much. It's a weird name.
Never heard of Italians before, apparently.
Well, again, this is like the 1920s.
I don't. Italians didn't exist in the 1920s.
No, they existed. I meant that specific name, Corleone.
I know.
Mayor Corleone is technically a misprint of an Italian name. There's no real Corleones.
Really?
Oh yeah. So in the Godfather, the whole in Godfather Part 2, they reveal it. So Corleone is when he went to Ellis Island, they basically mislabeled. He says it was Vito from Corleone. Technically, Vito's name, the name of the family, really is like Andolini, I think. So it's like Vito Andolini, but the immigration didn't really care that much. It was like, okay, and Corleone, yeah, sure, whatever, yeah, it's your name.
All right then.
So technically, I mean, I don't know historically if the Corleone is like actually before Godfather was like a real name or not. That's where they got it. I'm not sure about.
No,
I mean, it's possible. Corleone is like a location, though.
I learned something new today.
Oh yeah. Also,
it's also been forever since I've seen Godfather Part 2.
You're gonna love this, by the way.
Yeah.
Season 5 of Only Murders.
Yeah.
Mob.
Nice.
Yep. And there's a really funny Godfather joke. There's a couple, but there's one really funny one that, I mean, trust me, if you see it, I don't want to tell you what it is. It's like, oh man, that's really funny. It's like episode 1, I think, is when they do it. It's like, oh god.
I mean, at the very, I think looks like the first 4 episodes are currently available, right?
That's correct. Yes.
All right.
Episode 2 is amazing, by the way.
I really want to get into this.
Oh yeah.
Do you think I wonder if there'll be a season 6?
That is the question. You got to remember, Jacob. It's a great show. It's a fun show, but the problem is there's only so much of a shelf life you could have because again they're referencing it in like season 4 kind of wavered with this. I mean, 5's been pretty good, and even in 4, between 4 and 5, you still have these great elements to it, but it's still the same. They're self-aware of the murder thing by now. Kind of in addressing, oh man, a lot of murders happened in this building. There's only so far you can go, or it makes, oh man, it's really not a great place to live. So there's only so far this premise can really go. So technically, it's like 5. It's probably 5 at the very latest. I really have no idea how it would go past the season 6. It's kind of the Cobra Kai thing where they got to start wrapping it up. And I mean, 5, if they're smart, 5 would probably be a place to wrap it up. 6, I think I would not go past 6.
Maybe they move into a different building.
I mean, it's possible, but
I'm just kidding. Like I said, I'm basing this off of very limited knowledge.
trust me. When you see, you know it has to be that building.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm basing it off of very limited knowledge. But it was kind of that clip of like Steve Martin doing the musical numbers, because like, okay, I really need to watch this show now.
Oh yeah.
And yet I still haven't gotten into it yet. And now half of our podcast is basically us talking about only murders.
Oh yeah, man! I'll tell you, man. Season 1 of Only Murder, I think it's like episode 7. There's like this really great perspective shifting episode. That was like the moment you realized, okay, they're really on to something here. This is just like a funny thing on Hulu. Well, soon to be just Disney Plus. But the point being, this isn't just something that's kind of funny. This is like we're really going places, really getting ambitious here. It's like a whole perspective shift in one of the episodes in season 1 where it's like they really worked on the direction there, and this is like really shifting what we knew, and there's adding a lot of pathos, a lot of heart. So it's fantastic.
And apparently, according to the wiki, I haven't read the rest of it, but it's like there's only like one line of dialogue in the episode.
Exactly. So it is 7 then. That's the one I'm thinking of.
Like the boy from 6B.
Yep, that's the one. That's the episode I'm talking about.
Well, I'll definitely have to.
To me, that was the realization of, okay, we're cooking with gas. Okay.
All right. Well, there's something else cooking with gas in this episode.
Bubba Doof.
Bubba Doof.
Of course, when I think Bubba Doof, first thing I'm thinking was Bubba Hotep.
And Bubba Gump.
Well, sure, but come on, Bubba Hotep.
Well, I still haven't seen Bubba Hotep.
Elvis fighting a mummy.
I know what it is. I just haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
I think it's on Tubi.
Yeah, that's pretty much available like anywhere and pretty much for free anywhere too. I mean, that's the thing. It is an underrated movie. It's really good.
Yeah, I mean, you have
no joke. I'm not kidding. I really think might be Bruce Campbell's best performance. I really think he did a great job in that.
I mean, you have Bruce Campbell playing Elvis. I mean,
yeah, and he's playing. Oh man, it's just perfect for him. It's like the ultimate B movie role for him. There's so many things I need to watch.
Yeah. So speaking of which, Perry on his way to help to rescue Monogram and Carl gets in a surprisingly effective rudimentary trap. only it's revealed to be Bubba Doof. Who is Doofenshmirtz's basically American hillbilly cousin.
Yep.
What do you think of him? So, you said you had strong opinions of Bubba Doof himself.
Well, I mean, one, it's just kind of like how can you replace Heinz Doofenshmirtz? But even just as a gag, it just feels like really of all the Doofenshmirtz variants we could ever have out there, it's just going to be like we're doing a country cousin plot. Really, we're borrowing that much from Hey Arnold. There's like a country cousin of some kind, and all he's going to do, he just basically wants to eat Perry. So that brings us to Jake. Do you know what time it is?
We haven't done this one in a while. I don't think
it was a big one though.
All right, it's
Gritty Reboot time. Gritty
Gritty Reboot time.
So Doofenshmirtz's country cousin is trying to eat Perry the Platypus. I love it. I do really love how he calls him lunch. What if I call you lunch?
I'll call you lunch.
So he's successful. He successfully eats Perry the Platypus. He
fries him alive
and feeds him unsuspectingly to Major Monogram and Carl when they show up. Like, oh man, this is delicious. What do you call this? I call it City Duck. Oh, City Duck. Oh, is that where did you get that hat? Oh yeah, it was on the City Duck. The City Duck. And then Carl looks down and sees like Perry's tail. Like, oh God, Major Monogram.
Monogram.
And of course he takes another forkful and says, Carl, I'm eating. I'm trying to eat here. What are you saying?
I think this is Agent P.
Oh, it's ridiculous, Carl. Look at his head. It has his initials in it. Great, googly moogly. Like, oh god, oh, he's just breaking down. Like, oh, we just ate Asian pea. Why did he taste so delicious? Oh, he's so Cajun spicy. Oh,
and then Bubba just like, hey, it's delicious, huh? Like,
yes, but that's not the point. Oh,
hey, want one of the legs? It has good meat on it.
oh, I can taste his abs. Oh, oh, such a fit meal. Ah.
Then why are you still eating him, Monogram?
He would have wanted this.
He's
We
providing.
need to imbibe his strength so we can soldier this crisis of faith.
Oh God!
The only way I can get abs is if I eat abs. It's my all ab diet. I need this, Carl. Stop judging me.
Like, is that why you eat ribs?
No, Carl, that'd be stupid. I'm eating abs. The Mud Skipper gag did remind me a lot of Money the Mud Skipper.
And it wasn't even the guy. It wasn't even the Mud Skippers making the noise. It was the guy slapping his body.
Oh yeah.
Like, hey, I got a good thing going. A lot of weird hillbilly stereotypes this episode.
Oh yeah.
So what about from what I gathered, you said you also have a gripe with the forced perspective Western town itself.
Yeah, so this is more. If I were to cite anything, it would be Kronk pulling down the by all accounts, doesn't make any sense.
By all accounts, it doesn't make any sense.
I mean, look, I love the Western tropes and you kind of Western gags, but by the same token, though, it's like, come on. Despite a jaunty tune about forced perspective, and even if they admit it in the episode through the song and through everything, it's like, okay, so it's a forced perspective town that isn't. It's just for the pun, like we're going to change his perspective on things. We're not really selling him on the Western. You're just selling him on like how cool forced perspective can be, and that's rather different.
I mean, forced perspective is cool.
I'm just saying, look, forced perspective is cool. I mean, it's how we got Elf.
How we got Elf, and it's a fundamental theme park design.
Yeah. I mean, forced perspective is really cool. I think we could have done an episode on forced perspective, and I think they should have picked the lane and stuck with it. It's a really weird combination. It doesn't really have anything to do with one or another. The only reason it has anything to do in the episode is like the whole point of we're going to change your perspective on this, which you could have done with just a forced perspective episode.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you on that one.
It's very duck run amok in terms of the concept here. We're not questioning it. We're just messing around with things. And like Candace is like, you're kind of the Daffy Duck in this situation.
Oh, you mean duck amok?
What did I say?
Duck run amok.
Crap. There's like something that's like run amok, and there's a parody of that. The point being, so duck amok.
Yep. I can kind of see that, but not nearly as good as duck amok.
Yeah.
I mean, Duck Amuck's considered a classic for a reason.
Candace is like getting kicked by giant horses, which really makes no sense at all.
It's like, if they're in the foreground, how'd they kick me?
You know what else this whole forced perspective thing reminded me of?
What's that?
It's the episode of Ed, Edd n Eddy where they kind of break the universe.
I love that episode.
Yep, like Eddie, basically, there's a forced perspective gag in that where Eddie is like, he's walking over the background. We see like all the houses hold us back. He's like giant all of a sudden.
Yep. Or like
the sun, which turns it into the moon.
Yep, and then he like shut your mouth, or better yet, get rid of it.
Yeah, just remove Sarah's mouth, which is awesome. We all wish we could do it, but then she bites him.
Yep.
We remove Jimmy's outline.
And then he melts down the drain.
God, I love the whole...
Some fate makes a cruel end. Dang it!
I still love the whole, the idea we call out the cartoon outline.
Yeah, but then he just, as I said, he still goes down the drain.
Yep, and he's like in a picture later on. Sarah, don't spill me.
Oh, God. It's like one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah. It's okay, because Jimmy's secretly evil anyway.
I mean, of course he is.
Yep.
I mean, did anybody ever think otherwise?
Well, yeah.
I mean, like I said, did anyone ever think he wasn't evil?
No.
I mean, outside of the outside the universe.
Outside the universe, no.
Yep, of course he's evil. I mean, he's the one who got revenge on the Eds. Remember?
That's true.
They didn't even really do much that episode. They just got revenge on him for a small thing he did.
Yep.
All right. So, it's like they even have the whole damsel in distress tied to a train track gag here, but the gag here is that it's a toy train.
Yep.
So yeah.
It's also with Bubba Doof. We have this gag where his big plan is to unite the Tri-Swamp area.
Yep.
But to do so,
he has to hypnotize beavers.
Yes, which of course makes me think, oh, Bubba Doof.
Angry
Leave those poor beavers alone, will ya?
Sheesh.
Sheesh, you're a creep, Bubba.
I'm sure you also probably thought of angry.
Go have some coffee with some cream in it or something.
Freakazoid reference. Ding.
Yep, and of course his real solution would have been, having a watch that turns beavers into gold.
Or enlist the help of Norbert and Daggett.
Yep. Yeah, maybe it's a bunch of robot beavers.
Robot beaver? What about... Yeah, maybe.
Yep.
But instead he goes with the hypnosis route.
Maybe it's a beaver with a yo-yo.
Well, either way, they're a bunch of nice beavers.
You know what's funny?
What?
I was rewatching a little bit of that Courage episode, the one with the beaver.
Which one's that?
Okay, so there's an episode of Courage where there's a beaver who's basically, the idea is like in building the dam, it's like a construction job. It's like a family construction business. So through a ViewMaster, like a classic toy ViewMaster of Courage, like he basically, without dialogue, he sees this poor beaver's backstory, because initially he's thinking like he's got to stop this beaver because like the dam that has been built is basically causing a flood on the farmhouse. So that's why he's gone to stop it and everything. He's trying to contemplate like destroying everything. So he basically he gets like a little ViewMaster, and we learn that the beaver had an interest in music, but the father had no tolerance for it. So basically put him into the. But again, you get a sense like the father, it was very deep and very well thought out. Like the father, cared about like the son's future. Like it's the constant father son kind of struggle where the father cares about the son, but he's a little.
But he pushed him into a more seemingly stable job.
Exactly, into for his son's own good, and you see that, and the idea is like
So it's not like the standard, like he did it out of malice or anything like that.
Yeah, well, not out of malice. He just did it out of he was doing because it's what his father wanted for him. But then Courage kind of like he kind of uses his yo-yo as like a makeshift instrument, and the rhythm with the beaver tail like slapping the concrete on the giant it's a concrete dam, by the way, which is really funny.
I think I remember that episode.
It's a really great, it's a great little,
And is it he's creating a flood on the farm or a drought on the farm?
No, flood.
Oh, I don't. Like I said, it's been. I don't remember that episode. I don't remember all the details of that episode.
Right.
But it does sound good.
Oh yeah.
If only I could watch it now.
Yep. Well, DVD, my friend.
I know. DVD. I'll have to get the physical copies if there is one of Courage.
There is.
Of the entire series?
Of the entire series, yes.
Including Chicken from Outer Space?
I mean, honestly, I think so, but that I'm not sure about.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. That's just the pilot anyway. But
I mean, I think it made the cut, but I don't remember offhand. No, I don't know.
Because I think I remember seeing that on like Scooby-Doo and Zombie Island or something like that.
Yep.
One of the Scooby-Doo tapes, anyway.
But anyway.
Wait.
Okay, so after obligatory Freakazoid references aside.
And Naked Gun reference.
Yep, nice beaver.
Yep, so he's planning to hypnotize the beavers to cause a flood to unite the Tri-Swamp area.
He's also got Ned helping him out with the Beaver-inator.
Did you like Ned?
Well, not as much as Norm.
Well, obviously.
I mean, it was kind of a fun gag. Then we just like destroy him. So
We don't get to see much of Ned.
we don't do anything with Ned. So what's the point? Of course, with the grid, we already mentioned the grid reboot. But again, so Monogram, he does taste Perry.
He does.
But it's milky.
It's like, how about you get some spice, some hard to find spice, over there.
Sir, you can barely handle black pepper. Like quiet, Carl.
And at least the surprising thing is that Bubba actually has his trap is actually very effective.
Well, yeah.
Like surprisingly compared to Heinz's more elaborate technological traps, his simple like beaver trap or whatever, or like fish trap, is actually very effective with Perry.
You're taking my lunch.
So they managed to escape, break Perry out. The beaver dam does, but what happens is like Perry does that. They do have the repellent. Bubba chases them in a fan boat. Manly man fan boat.
Yep.
They throw the repellent out there, which it's lodged in one of the fan blades and causes it to head to the dam, because it breaks the dam anyway. So the whole thing was kind of pointless, if you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it causes a flood, which you think is going to erase the town, but is actually flooding the town and go tidal wave in the next door over.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out the entire time the Force Perspective Western town was just a scale miniature. And the episode ends with Candace like, doesn't make sense, and that's not how Force Perspective even works.
Not remotely.
So yep, that concludes the episode. That concludes, and as I mentioned earlier, that concludes the episodes currently available to us. It's kind of surreal, isn't it, Dragon? This is technically the 140th stream we've done in this series, and for the first time in that time frame, we're gonna have to go on hiatus for a bit, at least until Disney Plus decides to upload the upcoming episodes. But that supposedly isn't going to happen until 2026. So, I just got to say, we had a pretty good run, wouldn't you say?
Well, I mean, Jacob, I heard that in October, we're getting more episodes. I don't know if that means, they're all going to be up on Disney Plus by then or not.
Maybe they're just waiting for the episodes to... Maybe they're going to air them all on Disney Channel first. Who knows?
Yeah.
They didn't say... I haven't heard anything about it being on Disney Plus. So we'll see. But for the time being, I guess we might be going on hiatus for a bit, right, Dragon?
Yeah, it sounds like it, yeah.
Unless we might find something to fill the gap in the meantime, or we just might take this time to have Fridays free and fill up other things that we want to do. So keep an eye out, folks. But keep in mind, we will continue. We will resume once the rest of the episodes drop on Disney Plus. And it's been quite a wild ride for these past two and a half years, almost 3 years at this point. So, thank you for tuning in for this long, and we'll see you when the next batch drops. Good night, everybody.
Lunch!
Did I call you?